It is time for massive unboxing number 3. It's a lot earlier than I originally planned on. This is an unexpected massive unboxing. I got a lot of these planes both from an airplane shop deal and from my 20th birthday, which was on July 31st, 2025. But yeah, you can see we got plenty of good models in here. Some Gemini, some Herpas, some everything. So let's get started. So first we'll start off with this Gemini Jets 1/400 scale Alliance Airlines Fokker 100 in the Southern Cross minor livery. Got this one from the airplane shop. I got 4 of these models from that, spoiler alert. So let's get to it. I'm not going to show all the angles of the boxes, but if you want me to do a separate review on either of these, feel free to comment and I'll definitely do that. By the way, this camera picks up a lot of detail on your skin. I know it looks, I know you can see a lot of detail and it looks dark, but skin's actually cleaner than it looks. Yes. I don't know why cameras do that. They make people's skin look filthy. Look at that. But we're getting off topic. Let's get to the unboxing. So here it is, the Alliance Embraer. It's my other one, my other Alliance, which is an Embraer 190 in the Air Force Centenary livery. This one here is an F100 in the Southern Cross minor livery. It's dedicated to, I think, one of the first aviators there, Wyndham, Australia to London, England. Yeah, a lot of this. Yeah, it's a pretty cool livery. My first Fokker 100, by the way, second Alliance model. First was that Air Force Centenary E190. Next up, we'll do this NG Models 1/400 scale American Airlines 757-200 in the pink ribbon livery. This is model I've been wanting to get for a couple of years now, so I'm glad I did. Got this one for my 17th birthday. So I know I said 17th birthday, but it wasn't till I was editing it that I realized I said 17th and not 20th. It's actually my 20th birthday that I meant to say. So that's what it is, 20th, not 17th. 17th was in 2022. And it was purchased from Panda Fox Toys. So let's get into the unboxing. I should mention this one also got the wide body treatment, as it's packed the same way NG packs their 1-400 wide bodies. Though this is a narrow body. My other 757 from NG Models is that United Herard here, California, with a regular packaging. This one here is packed like that United 777 I have, which is my first and only wide body from NG. So here it is, the American Airlines 757-200 in the pink ribbon livery, dedicated to what was the name on the box. Susan G. Komen for the cure. This is very nice. Big fan of the silver livery. Would love to get a plain chrome 757 American Airlines in my collection sometime, but this here is very nice. And it's cool to have this. There was also a 777. There was also a 777-200 in this livery. NG also made that. I might pick that one up at some time. But very glad to have this one. Next up, we have this NG Models 1/400 scale Spirit Airlines Airbus A320. This one has the updated, I think it was 2017 that they did it, but I could be wrong, the updated titles. Unlike the box art, which has the scratches through the letters, this one here, the real model, has the solid titles, which I definitely prefer big time. Unlike that Spirit A319 I have, that has the markings through the letters. This one's the solid titles. I really hope we get a Spirit A319 in the solid titles sometime. It's because that'd be very nice. But let's get into the unboxing. So here it is, the NG Models 1/400 scale Spirit Airlines A320. This is the only Spirit A320 NG made with fence tape winglets. I know Aero Classics also made one in recent years, I think, but that one has the markings through the letters. This one has the solid titles. I might pick that one up at some point, but just glad I have this one at least. This is also my first A320 from NG, and it's kind of tail heavy, but very nice. Therefore, I'm very glad to have this one in my collection. Now, unfortunately, this horizontal stabilizer was broken. Well, the horizontal stabilizer did come out when I got it. It was loose, so I had to glue it back in. I'll show a picture of that on the screen. And then, about a week later after I got it, the left wing decided to come out. I don't have a picture of that, unfortunately, but yeah. Such a shame it was poorly assembled, because this is a great model, really. Aside from that, I would definitely recommend it if you can find it. I think it's sold out from NG. I got this one from Panda Fox Toys. I think it's still available from them, but I'm not sure. Next up, we have a 1-200 Spirit model. This is an old Skittles livery. This here is a very nice model. I'm glad to have in my collection. Some examples of this model I've seen. I was chatting with somebody on Instagram, and they also had this model. They went to Greenland Station in Chicago to get it, and Greenland Station had 12 of them in stock. He had the chance to inspect all 12 of them, and they were all broken, had broken landing gears. That was my knuckles, sorry about that. Yeah, they all had either broken nose gears or broken main gears. I got very lucky with mine, as it was completely intact when I got it. So yeah, very glad for that. Hopefully, those were the only ones that were broken. But yeah, here we go. My first Skittles model. I've been wanting a model of this library, I think, since 2021. So very glad to finally have one. Here's a plastic. Now we'll take this baby out of the box. So here it is, the Spirit A320 in the Skittles library in a 1-200 scale from Gemini Jets. It's moving around a little. Sorry for the noise. The registration is November 633 November Kilo. This registration, I believe, still wears this livery to this day. A few of them still do. I think they got 6 aircraft remaining in the Skittles livery. From what I heard, last time a Skittles aircraft was repainted was in 2022. So they've been holding on to some for a while. And I'm hoping when they repaint all of them, if Spirit's still around, then they'll do a retro sometime. Maybe a grayscale as well. This one here is very nice. So very glad to have it. Next up, we have another Gemini 200 model here, which is the Alaska 737-900ER in the Our Commitment livery. This one here I also have in the 1-400 scale. I have a video of that. You can check it out if you want. Got that one in 2023. Been wanting to get this one as well. I'm very glad to have it. Now, unlike the Spirit box that I showed last time, that one is, well, that's the newer design with the silver Gemini 200 logo instead of gold. And unlike this one that has a snap, as you can see right there, to open and close it, this one's just magnetic. I like that design a little better, but I do like them both. This one here has the snap right there. And then here's the model. Here's the model out of the box. I did not yet put the landing gears on, but I'll go ahead and do that right now. We'll show how it looks. So here it is with the landing gears on, the Alaska 737-900ER and the Do What Is Right livery. Welcome aboard, it says it right there. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this really is a nice livery. One I'm glad to have. Like I said, I have this one in the 1-400 scale as well. And I've been wanting to get it in the 1-200 for quite a while now, so I'm very glad I did. And this really is good. A good model. And next up, we have my first 1-200 scale model from NG Models. This here is a very nice one. Like I said, yeah, my first NG 1-200. I also got this one along with the Spirit A320 and the American 757 for my birthday. They were all purchased from Panda Fox Toys. This is, now this one, I did see the quality of this one and the 1-400 version, which I also have. The details is very different. Don't know entirely which one's correct and which one's not. They could be both. So we'll take this baby out of the box and then we'll show it. So here we have the landing gears. And I gotta say, these go on a lot easier than the Gemini 200 737 does. And it also, here with the model, is this display stand, which a lot of collectors did not receive this with their model. Mine, I received it, but it wasn't in the space where it is. It came in a separate box. But I'm glad I got one at all, because NG was supposed to include the stand, but they didn't. So I'm very glad to have this one. At least, so I'm very glad to have gotten a stand at all. So we'll put the gears on this thing. So here it is, the Gemini NG 1-200, a MOA 1, Southwest 737 MAX 8. Like I said, the details on this one vary tremendously. I'll probably have to do a comparison between this one and the 1-400 version at some point. And I'll show how this looks with the stand on it. So here it is with the stand on it. This is the Southwest 737 MAX 8 and the MOA 1 livery in a 1-200 scale model from NG Models. All in all, I think this model is pretty good. Very, very heavy. A lot heavier than the Gemini 200 737 mold. I don't know why they're so heavy. They're so lightweight. I guess they're hollow bodies. By the way, I should also include that this model also comes with a gear up option. I have the gear up doors in the box, but it also comes with a tack here, so you can remove the gear up doors if you want. And I'll show something else I gotta show you this model. It's exciting. Turn that off for a second. I have the window open. I don't know why it's so dark in here, but it is. Well, you can see the fan blades, I'm sure. What's cool with this, the blades, obviously we're not looking directly. Here we are. They spin. That one there is kind of defective, but this one here, especially this one here, spins a little. It's kind of hard to see, but they do spin, as well as these spin very easily, I think. It's kind of hard to do it when you're looking at a screen, not looking at the actual model itself. Don't want to damage the fan blades, so won't do too much of that, but I think you get the point is that they spin. Alright, so yeah, that's for this. That's good for this model. Now we'll go on to the next one. So here we have some new scales from my collection, some 1 to 500s. And a new brand too, Herpa Wings. This is these are very cool. I don't plan on buying a whole lot of 1 to 500s because well, they're very small and they are expensive, but glad to have tried some out. Been meaning to get this one here for a while. And I'm hoping none of these broke because they did get beat around a lot in the box since I had packed them up again to do this video. What's cool with these boxes, you can see the bottom as well. You get a view of the bottom of it through the bottom of the box. Start off with this American Eagle E170 in the retro livery. I also have this model of 1 to 400 and 1 to 200 scale, which I have videos of. Alright, here it is. Here it is. Alright, here it is. The Herpa Wings 1 to 500 scale American Eagle E170 in the retro livery. Screen was blurring up there for a second. Now, you know what I think is cool about Herpa? Is they print the Herpa logo on the bottom like Gemini Jets does. And, yeah, that's pretty cool. They also have a stand hole. Yeah, this is very cool. Very, very tiny, but very cool. Next up, we have another retro livery, which is this. Air Canada A220-300 in the Trans-Canada Airlines retro livery. I also have the Gemini 200 version of this. So we'll break into this bad boy. So here it is, the Gemini or Herpa Wings 1 to 500 scale Air Canada A220-300 in the TCA retro livery. This thing is pretty cool, I gotta say. Well, I also have this in the 1 to 200 scale, and I'm glad to have it in 2 scales now. I might want to get the 1 to 400 version if I still can at some point. Don't know if it's still available, but the Gemini Jets 1 to 400 version would be nice to get at some point, and also to complete the set. I know Skymarks made 1 to 100. I might consider that one at some point, but I'm just glad to have, especially the Gemini 200 version. But this one's nice too. So that's about it for Massive Unboxing number 3. I know this group was smaller than some of the other Massive Unboxings I've done. I usually try to have at least 10 in the video. This one has 8. Not bad though. Still very glad to have it. And Massive Unboxing number 4 will be coming in probably in January, like the other ones. And that one will probably have more as well. But glad to have done this one as well. I got this one, and this one for my birthday. And I got these 3. Along with this one from that airplane shop deal. This one here I bought about a little more than a month ago from Panda Fox. So yeah, very glad to have all these. This one here, you'll see in the airport update probably. Airport updates will be resuming soon. I know it's been a while since I did one, but we'll get back to it. So that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this massive unboxing. See you in the next one.